Hi, my name is Freeda Alvarez. I studied abroad in Singapore at Singapore Management University as a Phillips ambassador. I would describe my time abroad as very eye-opening because I had never been to Asia, and I think it's probably the farthest I've ever traveled from home. So I really got to explore more about a completely different side of the world and also just uncover new things about myself, whether it be academically or personally. The main thing that comes to mind when I think about my abroad experience is all the relationships I built with people from all over the world. I think Asia as a study abroad location is very unique because as an American going abroad to Asia, there aren't that many Americans who go because of the distance and maybe other financial reasons or personal reasons. So the amount of Americans that were in Singapore, like studying at the school, were very small. So I definitely had to step outside my comfort zone to like make friends with people from not just Asian cultures, but like European cultures and like other parts of the Americas that maybe I had never had friends from. So I'd say a huge part of what I got away from study abroad was all those relationships around the globe. And I even got to visit some friends that I had met that were from Asia, but I never obviously visit them at home, so I got to see their home country and meet their family and friends. So I would say overall my abroad experience taught me a lot about relationships that were cross-cultural and making new friendships. I have a lot of favorite memories, I'd say, with travel, but I think more close to Singapore and close to my previous answer of how I got really great relationships out of my time abroad, I would say, is eating at hawker centers with friends, and especially I think it was like the last night I was in Singapore, or maybe the last night all my friends were in Singapore. At the same time, we all went to Newton Food Center, like the hawker center where Crazy Rich Asians was filmed. And it's actually really good. Like, I would think it's very touristy, but it was actually a great spot still and not too full all the time. So we went there because they had our favorite like satay, wings, like chicken and rice and noodles. And so we all went and shared a big meal. And it was kind of full circle because obviously the first night I was in Singapore, I ate at a hawker center like with one friend that I knew from UNC. And then by the end of study abroad, the last night I was like surrounded with all my new friends by like some great food. And I realized I'd never had true Asian food before going abroad, so I guess that also plays into how I experienced so many new things. But my favorite memory was definitely that last dinner where I was just enjoying and recalling all the great memories we had in class and like we had made traveling together. Apart from the very generous scholarship that comes with the Phillips Ambassadors program, I would say that the program really made my experience more tangible by making me reflect on my time abroad while I'm abroad through discussion posts with other friends who were in other places of Asia. And then another part about the Phillips Ambassadors program is that we had to write a paper, and so while I was abroad, I was really paying a lot more attention to what was going on around me and kind of thinking about what I wanted to do for my paper, which also helped me observe more about my surroundings, and then when I came back, do more research on the certain topic that I chose. So I feel like overall the Phillips Ambassadors program made me a better traveler by being more observant and thinking through the why behind the what, and making sure that my abroad time had something tangible that came from it and it wasn't just my semester abroad. I think it made it much more meaningful in that way. And when it comes to mentorship, I received so much help and guidance through people who had gone abroad before me through the Phillips Ambassadors program, because the amount of people that go abroad to Asia is very low, I think, or at least I didn't know that many people that had gone abroad to Asia, let alone Singapore. I think the program really gave me those connections that helped me while I was abroad and also when preparing to go. If you're thinking about studying abroad in Asia, I definitely would, because honestly, I think being in college is the best time to, since you have probably the most energy you will ever have, the most time. Like, this is a great opportunity. Maybe when you start working or when you have other personal engagements after college, it will be much harder to take that long trip and plus like stay in Asia and like travel around. So I feel like it's such a great opportunity to mix academics and the ability to like explore a new continent, really. And also I just think that it's such a rich culture, and there's actually so much influence from Asia in the US that we don't really realize, and all around the world really. So I think if you're thinking about studying abroad to Asia, I would definitely do it. I'm biased, but definitely look into it, and it's an awesome option because it also comes with an amazing community.